Hi, I'm Sarah Campbell, and today we're talking about how to save during deployment. Let's get started. First of all, there's only two options for saving or paying down debt or whatever your financial goal is. You can make more money or you can spend less money. So we're going to talk about both today when we're talking about saving during deployment. The first thing is making more money, which is awesome because you're being deployed, so you're going to make more money most likely. So let's talk about the ways that you're going to get extra income. First of all, there's imminent danger pay. This is also called hostile fire pay. There's officially designated zones. So if you know where you're deploying to, you can Google whether or not that is a designated zone, and you'll get paid extra for being there if so. The other one is per diem. This one varies greatly depending on where you're going, and you'll be told how much you're going to make per day. This is usually paid in a lump sum while you're gone. We've gotten ours in like multiple different lump sums, like during over like the course of the deployment. So you might just get a large deposit and be like, what is this? It's your per diem. So usually what I do with that when we get the large deposit, I just put it into the savings account. Don't think about it. Don't touch it. The next one is savings or family separation pay. This is $250 per month, and it is paid starting 30 days after you leave. If you're a single soldier, sorry, you're not getting this. Sorry. Hardship duty pay, there's three different kinds: location, mission, and tempo. You can look up whether or not you qualify for that, or talk to your chain of command, or really for all of this, you talk to your chain of command to find who you can talk to about what kind of pay you can expect. The other one is assignment incentive pay. This is ranging from 200 to 3,000. If you're getting 3,000 per month while you're deployed, let us all know so that we can try to get that job too. But this is for extended tours and unusual assignments. So if you're making good money on that, let us know, because we'd all like to do that too. So now we're going to talk about spending less money. Here's some natural savings. This is what I call natural savings anyways. They're things that you don't really think about. If you're a single soldier, almost all of your expenses are going to be gone when you deploy. So you're going to be able to save a lot. But if you're married with a family, one thing, groceries is going to be cheaper because you're not eating there. You can pause any memberships like gym memberships. Utilities is going to be lower probably because you're not there using more stuff. The other one is car insurance. Call your car insurance agency and ask them if they have a program for deployed soldiers that reduces your car insurance. You could also sell the car. You can also get out of the lease. Now's a good time to get out of a lease with your orders. You can do that. You can pause your phone plan. My husband and I just used like Signal. It's a secure app to message. It just requires internet, and we just did that instead of having his phone plan going the whole time and having to pay for international calls and things like that. Even if you have like a great phone service that does international, it's way cheaper to just pause that and use Signal, and that was what I would recommend. There's also ways to make saving easier. The less you have to think about it, the better. So first of all, open a separate account and then start automatic transfers to that account. Try to kind of figure out how much extra pay you're going to get, and then set up an automatic transfer to that account. So if you think you're getting family separation pay, maybe set an automatic transfer of $250 every month that goes to that savings account, and you don't have to think about it. And the same with like your lump sum per diem. You can't set an automatic transfer, but you could just when you get that lump sum, transfer it straight to the separate account, or pay down your debt, whatever your goal is that you're working on. The other thing is set spending limits. So this would be for like maybe your care packages that you want to send, or maybe things that the service member wants to buy as gifts to bring home, different things like that. Like set the limits before you go, or at least talk about it and come to a reasonable number while you're gone after you see kind of what's available and what prices are wherever you're headed. The other one is the savings deposit program. I will do another video on this later, but basically you can put money that you earn while you're deployed into this savings deposit program, and you will get a guaranteed 10% interest rate the whole time you're deployed, and you can leave it in there up to 120 days after you get back, getting 10% that whole time, which is, if you don't know about interest rates, 10% is a great interest rate, especially for something that's guaranteed. So I would definitely utilize that if you can. The other thing you should do is set a savings goal. This is going to vary depending on how much extra you think you're going to make. But I've heard people saving as little as 5,000, maybe as much as 40,000, depending on how long they were gone, where they were at, and how radical they got about their savings. Which is the next thing we're going to talk about is creative ways to save. So one thing you can do is if you're married, you can move home and live with family and really cut down your cost. I know this isn't going to work for everyone, but it might work for you, it might not. The other thing you can do is sell a vehicle, uh, whichever one that you don't want, or your service member's vehicle, sell that one. That makes it so you don't have to pay a car payment the whole time you're gone. You don't have to pay insurance. And maybe when you get back with all the savings that you saved, you can buy a car for cash and eliminate that payment altogether. The other option is getting a roommate. This is especially good if you don't have kids. You can maybe get a college student that only needs to be here part of the year, and so that it's a shorter lease if you want to, and you don't want them to be there when your service member gets back. That's understandable. So, I mean, that's not going to work for everyone, and this is just a little more radical ways to save. The other thing, along with the roommate idea, is Airbnb. You can Airbnb rooms, or if you moved home or something like that, you could Airbnb the house that you're in or rent out the house that you live in if you own it, that type of thing. So there's some different options to really get creative and save a lot more money. But they're not going to be for everyone. These are not always family friendly as far as kids go. So, but anyone can sell a vehicle if you have two vehicles. And that's a good way to save a good chunk every month so that when you come back, you can buy a vehicle for cash. So if you have any other ideas, if you know of extra pay you get while you're deployed that you want to mention, or some other savings ideas or ways to make saving easier, let us know in the comments. I'm going to put some links down there about some of the different programs like the savings deposit program and things like that. If you're interested in that type of stuff. We also have a Facebook group called Military Money Management. We talk about this type of stuff all the time. We talk about TSP, anything that's money related and military related. We're going to be talking about in that group, and even some free resources. Like recently, we posted about free banners that you can get when your spouse is deployed as like a homecoming banner. That's by Build a Sign. If you want to try to Google it yourself, they only have you pay shipping. So there's different resources like that that we post about in this group. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link to that also in this description, and hope you learned something. Have a good day.